Hello. Okay, so in this video, what I want to do is basically look into the bun. Bun 1.0 is here as it suggests in this page. So I will be looking into it and let's see what we can do about it. I've been away from the live streaming because of certain uh, issues, but yeah, we are getting back to it eventually. From the next week onwards it will be regular once more, and yes, we will be deep diving into the Next.js as well. The app router thing that I was learning live, I will be continuing that for sure. Cool. So yeah, let's see what I can do about this. Basically it's a tool which is just a hype right now, and for the right reasons. If it everything that it claims to be true is true, so that's what I will be looking into it. I'll just go through quickly this entire thing first, and then we'll try to benchmark it somehow, right? Because end of the day, that's all it matters, whether it is fast or not. And the speed is not that much. I mean, the installation speed is not that much of a thing. It's the other things that it provides, I guess, is what makes it one of the worthy, you can say, one of the worthwhile tool moving forward. And I'm pretty sure the Vercel team will be incorporating this into their own Vercel environment eventually. Let's give them 2 months, 3 months at max, and I'm pretty sure they will be doing that. Okay, so there are a bunch of things that I have to first set up if this has to happen. So let's start first about that, right? So right now I'm in my terminal. I have to make this, maybe change something. Let's see, Windows terminal. Will it work? No. Okay, so I can just pause this. This is the live one anyways. Now you're looking into my screen, right? Okay, so what I have done is I have created this benchmark folder, and inside this there is a very old project of mine which is store IBC. It was a very dummy project, and I don't know whether it will even succeed or not, because most likely it will not. So the front end is what matters here, right? This is typically a React application. So what I'll do is I'll simply remove this pnpm lock first, right? And then we have a package JSON, and for that, as you can see, there are a lot of things here, a lot of dependencies. I mean, it's still a dummy project. The real world projects are way bigger and have way more packages, like more than that you can imagine. But yeah, this is still pretty like solid, and all of them are like old packages. It is something that I created, I don't know, maybe 2 years back, 3 years back, something like that, right? So what I'll do now, I'll try to use this for benchmarking purpose as well. But apart from that, for now, let's just get out of it and go back to this page, and let's see what we have, right? So first of all, I already have this installed. It says bun, some version is now minorly, in a minor way it's updated again. So I'll just save upgrade. Okay. So cool, right? So now we are in the latest version. So if I say version, I will have the latest version. Now, before I start anything, the first thing that I have to do is clear this entire thing, right? Otherwise, and when I say entire thing, I mean the cache, right? Otherwise, none of this will make sense. Bun will pick up the packages from the cache rather than from the network. Okay, that's done. Then let's also do, okay, don't I have node? Wow, what about this? Pretty sure that I have this, right? Okay, default alias as 20. What is this command of alias? Oh, alias default as 20 works. Cool. Let's start it again and go inside the projects and benchmarks and do this node version again. Cool. And let's also do the latest node if there is a newest version here. Cool. So I'm not using the LTS version, I'm using the node version only. Fine. Also npm version is like this, and pretty sure yarn version is also the latest. I am not in 2 and 3 because I never use them. This is the latest version of yarn in this. And what about the pnpm? Okay, let's enable it. Not core pack. And let's do this again. Cool, we are in the latest version. And let's see what about this. If we say yarn, yeah, yarn latest goes to version 3, which we don't want. Okay, now let's go with this yarn cache clean as well. We are cleaning everything that is inside the yarn cache in my system. Okay, we'll do the same here as well, which is cache clean, and this time I'll just force it, right? Force is this recommended protections disabled. Okay, let's just do this. As of npm 5, the cache self heals from corruption. Okay, so what about this? Protections disabled. Okay, it's just a warning, but I'm pretty sure it's done. Okay, let's see whether it's done or not. Pretty sure it's there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think it's done. So we are back here, and then there's something called npm cache as well. So store path. Cool. Now if I just simply do this, my shoulder is paining quite a lot. Okay, cool, everything is now clean. So the ideal way should have been using the Docker, but then I don't want to install Docker. I don't like it that much. Bun is already installed. And right, I should also do this pop-out chat, maybe right here and right here, and this should do it, and make it like this. Okay, group. So this is already installed, and all of this are the claims, and there's no way they will be claiming such absurd things unless they have done it. And not to mention, because Twitter is a very brutal place if you fake things like that. Okay, and this is their GitHub repository, which is where they also have the bench. Cool. So what I'll do is I'll also simply, okay, let's first fork it. And yeah, fork it. Right. While this is happening, let's simply read it. So what is bun? So should I do, nah, this is fine. So bun is a JavaScript runtime, is a new JavaScript runtime. JavaScript runtime is basically saying like Node. It's a Node replacement. Node is basically not a language, it's a runtime where you run the JavaScript so that it can run on server. So bun basically is replacing Node in itself, right? So runtime built from scratch to serve the modern JavaScript ecosystem. It has 3 major design goals: speed, elegant APIs, cohesive DX, developer experience. Now, I mean, anything that says DX, well, let's see. Speed, burn starts fast and runs fast. It extends JavaScript core. The also I don't know. Huh. The performance-minded JS engine built for Safari. Oh boy, I don't like Safari. I don't know whether, I mean, they are quite slow in implementing things. Um, so yeah, there's that. But let's see. As computing moves to the edge, this is critical. Okay. And when they say computing moves to the edge, they mean uh, edge is basically saying, how to put it. Should I do that? Yeah. So edge is basically saying, imagine this is a world, right? And you are somewhere here and your server is somewhere here. So when you request anything from here, let's say it takes about, I don't know, 5 seconds, right? Because of course it does not take so much seconds. I mean, the signals definitely travel at the speed of light, so there's that. But yes, based on your network speed and all of that, let's say it takes 5 seconds for whatever you requested to get to you. But edge is basically saying, if you live here, maybe there will be some sort of like a replica somewhere at where you live, right? And it will be a bunch of replicas, but it will be on the edge itself. And this is going to be like a very updated thing. Most likely it's not going to be something that I mean, the code here and the code here will be same, and this code will be deployed everywhere, right? Bunch of places. Depends, it's a complete it's completely on a server end, how the company who manages the server and this let's say this hardware does it, but this is how it is, right? Let me just, so basically it makes the request time smaller. Also, let's just confirm whether I am remembering it correctly or not. Yeah, it is a distributed computing framework that brings enterprise application closer to the data sources, yes, such as IoT devices or local edge servers, right? So this proximity to data at its source can deliver strong business benefits. Faster loading time means higher performance, means greater conversion rates, means profit, including faster insights, improved response times, this, and better bandwidth availability. Cool. Bandwidth availability, because if you, I mean, you are going to be requesting things only from your closest place. So the every single place where people are requesting multiple things, those, I mean, places where the data is, okay, since it's distributed, so each and every single data data source is kind of like having less traffic if everybody would have been requesting from the same place, right? So that's why the bandwidth availability is better for each and every single source. At least that's what I am imagining, but this is what it is, right? Closer to you. Edge computing simply means the place that stores your so-called data or something like that is quite closer to you, and where your code is also running, let's say the server is quite closer to you. Okay, let's go back. So elegant APIs. One provides minimal set of highly optimized APIs for performing common tasks like starting an HTTP server and writing files. Okay, one is a complete toolkit for building JavaScript apps, including a package manager, test runner, and bundler. Package manager basically means npm yarn and pnpm. Test runner basically means, I guess, jest. It's a jest replacement as well, I guess. Bundlers are basically parcel, webpack, esbuild, things like that. TSC is different, I believe, but I think it's the same. Let's see. One is designed as a drop-in replacement for, yeah. Okay. It natively implements hundreds of Node.js and web APIs, including FS, Path, Buffer, and more. Right. The goal of the bun is to run most of the world's server-side JavaScript and provide tools to improve performance, reduce complexity, and multiply developer productivity. So they are quite like straightforward. Drop-in replacement for Node. Bun aims to be a drop-in replacement for Node.js. Yes. So if you have Bun, you don't require Node. Right. It implements Node's module resolution algorithm. Okay. That means it is not going to be implementing the, is it like going to implement the node modules resolution? I mean the PNPN one, NPM one, I mean, where every single local folder or project will have their own node modules. Maybe, right? That's what I get from this. Globals like buffer and process. Okay. And built-in modules like fs and path. Let's see. Okay, only async local storage and async are implemented. Yeah, these two are, I think they focused on this because React Native uses it for sure. But yes, they are still left. Child processor stream is missing. Cluster is not implemented. Missing console constructor. Crypto, some methods are not optimized yet. Okay, so they are not still production ready. I mean, if you're using these things, then yes, you will be in a very bad place. So Node.js is what you should be using. That's also one of the reason why I installed the latest node, is because I want to check the latest to the latest. So this is not implemented, this is implemented, this is also implemented. Okay. Okay, none of these are here. Yeah, so they are kind of like, okay, I mean, this is just a first version, so pretty much they will be improving it and then implementing it for sure. By the way, the one who did this, if I am correct, is twitter.com. Let's see whether I am here or not. Oh boy. Okay, can I do this? Yeah, got it. Let's simply do this. I think it was Jared. Bun, bunjs. Let's see, bunjs. This person who is, where are they? Are, where is this guy? Pretty sure his name was Jared. Yaar. Bun JavaScript. Let's see where this guy is. I know I want. I was following him. Bunjs Jared. Bunjs creator Twitter, right? Yeah, here it is, right? Let's follow him. This increased a lot, like a lot, within just 2-3 days. It just like way too much. Okay, so there we go. TypeScript is a first class citizen in Bun. That means it is supported out of the box. Anything that is a first class citizen means anywhere. It means that, oh, you are allowed, right? So directly execute tsx. Bun respects your settings configured in tsconfig.jsn, including paths, JSX, and more. Okay, fast running performance. Bun extends a JavaScript core engine, the performance-minded JS engine built for Safari, with native speed functionality implemented in Zig. Now, if you don't, Zig is another one of those, like Rust competitor programming language. You can watch all the drama, whoever uses that. They are like two different communities, I guess, and most probably they keep on switching between us, between each other. So, is it still being recorded, or am I? Yeah, I think it is being recorded. Okay, so web standard APIs is in. Okay, so one implements the web standard APIs Restore, no, don't restore the chat, commit here, right? uh you know and love, including fetch, readable stream, request, response, WebSocket, and form data. Cool. Works with node modules. With bun you can still use package.json to manage your dependencies. Use bun's native npm client to see just how fast installing dependencies can be. JSX just works. Okay. Watch mode run is with a CLI watch mode. No more module madness. Forget the complicated rules around CommonJS, ESM, file extensions, resolution priority, and package.json configuration. With burn, it just works. Oh my god. That means this, by the way, it actually means that in JavaScript ecosystem you have a disaster. It's known as CGS, MJS, TSX, TS, JSX, JS, and all of those, right? You can, and there's a very bad current ecosystem doesn't support like intermingling of those in a very good manner unless you have a lot of configuration. Second, you also have something called CommonJS, which is typically saying something like let's say const app. When you say this now, const express equals require express, this is CommonJS pattern. Okay. And then when you say this, import express, maybe I should just do this. Okay. Import express from, not form, from express. This is ES6 module pattern. Okay. This is a module pattern. And that was a CommonJS pattern. Thing is, they don't, you cannot use interchangeably those things in till now. At least I was not able to do it unless I put the type equals modules in the package.json and things like that, right? And then it becomes a very bad experience when you are also using TypeScript and the setting kind of like start having bad experience, let's put it that way. Okay, so the APIs that you need baked in. So if I want to start a server, I can just do this, start a WebSocket, read a files, hash a password. So the common thing is like here, right? Spawn a child process, call a C function. Okay. Okay. Bun install. Bun is an npm compatible package manager. So, okay, this is something that I want to like see, right? So installing dependencies from cache for the remix app. Let's see, this claims this to be the true. Now, I think I already did it. No, I didn't. Okay. Now I can just simply go and copy this, right? And in the benchmark, I can just clone it. This is our main task anyways, right? I don't want to read the entire doc that they just presented. We are going directly here. Okay. Now, if I go inside the bun and I go inside, say, bench, right? We are here. Cool. Now let's see what we have to do. Once I'm inside the bench, npm install, then I can simply start running like this. So if I say bun run, updated this. Okay, this is where they are talking about, you know, this, yeah, this is where they are talking about view benchmark. It's the same, right? It's the same. So this is what they're talking about. And I need hyperfine for that, which is a tool for some sort of like a benchmarking thing, right? So demo benchmarking and all of that. Let's see usage. Yeah, installation. How should I install this? Come on, how should I install this? It's on Rust. Is there anything that says here installation? Okay, let's see. Hyperfine install. How to install and use Hyperfine on Linux. Let's see. So it says blah blah blah, time curl, blah 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 blah. Wait, don't tell me I have to completely yeah, this should be done now. Okay, okay. I think I already have it, but let's simply put it this way and see what I have to do. Okay, here we go. Yeah, it's already installed. Then we have like Rust. I'm pretty sure I have Rust as well, because why not? Let's simply update it. Is it stuck? Yeah, I don't think it is able to update. Uh, let's try and install it directly and let's see what is the problem. It's not able to update anything. What about this? It should be able to do this now. Is there some sort of like a problem? No, it worked. Waiting, waiting, waiting. Should have installed this before, but yeah. My internet speed is fine, but I don't know why it's taking so long. Something is amiss here. Yeah, this doesn't make sense at all. Did they blow up something or what? Can't I do installation like any other way? Let's see, releases, right? Uh, Maybe just this will work. Yeah, let's just install it from here. Pretty sure it is better than whatever I'm doing right now. I should not be opening my downloads on live because there are certain privacy documents here. Uh, well, anyways, thankfully nothing that Hash is fine, right? Hash is fine. Okay, let's go to the downloads and see what we can do. What I'll do is basically go here. It is not going to work. I'll just stop it. I'll stop this. I'll simply move first from, okay, what I'll do is go to my this and simply say move, go my users, my username, my downloads, and not this, uh what it is, hyper, fine, and I simply move it here. Okay, now I will simply go back. Now you guys can see again. Cool. Let's see if I have to do something like apt install hyper. Come on. Yeah. Now hyperfine is here. Yep, it is here. So now I can go back to bench. I mean inside the project benchmarks and go inside the bun. Go inside where bench install, right? Yeah. Let's see. They say that I simply have to copy this. All our yarn is already like done and dusted. Of course it will not work because it always copies this dollar. Okay, so it will remove our node.js if it exists. For me it does not. Then it will run this. First it will run bun install, then pm install, then yarn install, and then npm install. So this can be done using n. And yeah, let's see what happens here. While this is running, let's just wait. I mean, what's the point? Use the I ignore failure option if you want to ignore this. Alternatively, use the show output option to debug. Okay. It is not able to understand what this p and pm is. So again, before I run this, then I have to again go back because bun install ran. So I have to go back and say rm rf this, rm rf bun cache, right, and then do the whole thing again. Not this, p and pm. Cool. Let it happen. And while this happens, let's see what npm install. Okay, to understand what this is a mean. Okay, mean time is basically means like average time, and this is basically a margin of error. That means it can be more like 549.2 milliseconds plus this, whatever that happens, which will be basically this, pretty sure. If you add 9 plus 2 you get 11, which is 1. Then if you add it here, like 4 comes here, 4 plus 9 happens to be 13, which is 3. Then 5 plus 3 happens to be 8. Like 5 plus 3, this is like 13. So this is what they are actually doing, I'm pretty sure, right? This is 6, 4, 3 is 7, so 9 is not, like, this is a little bit wrong, I guess, but yeah. Let's say 550, 130. So it's 550, 100, 600, 50, 30, 680, and then you have 683. Yeah, this is wrong. But the lowest will be like this goes to minus. So 550, let's say minus 100, 450 minus 33 equals like 30 equals 420. And this I think is also quite wrong, but yes, I guess you can say a little bit is fine. this goes 10 plus, this goes a 10 plus as well. Or maybe I'm just calculating wrong. PNPM mean is basically 3.3 seconds, which is this and this. Okay. Yarn is 7 seconds. Now it is doing the npm install. This does take time. Basically what I did here, I simply will copy this, right? And simply will run everything there as well in my store IBC folder. So npm is the slowest, like always. And mind you, this npm is happening in the latest version of Node. So bun install ran 6.02 seconds faster than pnpm install. Times faster than pnpm install. 13.898 times faster than yarn, and it's faster than this. I mean, you can just do the mathematics if you want, but let's simply believe them. But yeah, this is in milliseconds and this is not, right? And what if I do the same thing again, and this time I will have the cache in the global at least, right? Somewhere the cache will be there. So there's a little bit less there, which is good. And see, if you look here, this is actually being filled 3 times, right? Every test is being ran 3 times, and then the average is happening. So if you increase this, the number of times the test will, keep on increasing. This is also less from, no, it is not. It is the same, bun is less, but we'll see. Yarn is happening once more, taking some time. 7 point something seconds. And then we are back to npm installation, which will take 8 seconds approximately. 3 times that means that we have to wait for approximately 30 seconds, 24 to 30 seconds. Previously it was this 6 13 15, 6 14 15, right? Yeah, 6 14 16, let's say. This time it is like 7 18 and 20. So yeah, so basically it's faster. Okay, we got it. And now what will happen if I simply, like, there are a bunch of things that we can actually do here. So let's see, if I go back here in their bench and go back here, so I have to do npm install first. Why not bun install? Okay, let's do npm install. Can't we do like bun install? Yeah, we can do that. Let's see. Okay, everything is here. It was like 3.18 seconds. Now if I say bun run, what about fetch? Okay, fetch is missing. What about log? Let's look into this. Log existed code, existed code. Okay, so it is doing certain things, a lot of benchmarking, and from the document, there should not be so much of, you know, error, I guess. Or maybe I just did, rather than doing npm install, I did uh, bun install, right? Okay. Let's go back to my end and simply go inside my store ibc, then front end, and here we are. So again, I have to do this first, then I'll do this, then I will do npm cache clean, then yarn cache clean. Okay, all the caches are removed once more, and then I'll simply do the hyper one, and let's run it. This is for my project. I don't know whether it will work or not, given that I'm using the latest package managers and this project is approximately 2 to 3 years old. But as you can see, this took more time than the installation benchmark. Now, if it is like way, given the production level applications, it is like way big, too big, right? A lot of installation there, but let's see. So npm is also taking time. Okay, milliseconds versus seconds, obviously, is like less. So at least 4x or 4 point something x. Yarn, I'll also edit this video after this is like done, and do a shorter version of this. Simply as like after editing, we'll upload a shorter version of it. Like if I don't show the entire thing running, right, live, then this entire video is not more than, I don't know, 5 minutes, 10 minutes at max. Okay, while it is running, let's see how much minute we have already spent. 42 minutes for no reason. Hmm. Okay, let it happen. And we are like, it's also a test runner, so that means white, oh boy, white test, jest, yeah, jest, babel, everything is like slower. uh okay, so basically speed is like, they have improved speed in pretty much all the tooling of javascript ecosystem, from package manager to test runner to pretty sure about like jest, and 10 to 30 times faster. uh yes, right. This is test runner, this is benchmarker, this is like npm compatible packages, apis you need, and all of that. Okay, fair enough. I think it also supports ts out of the box. Spawn a child process, build a front end using wheat and bun, create, this is something that I want to like utilize. Let's see, do we have next.js somewhere? Okay, so it says this, and let's say Versal, does it support it now? Like, get started, installation. This is the npx thing that they have, right? And manual installation, package installation, and all of this. So like, not really, that they are using npx only. What about the pages? Okay, okay. So let's go back first. Okay, it's still happening. Oh boy, see, this is now 18 seconds. This is averages out at like 4 seconds. This is way too good. Like within 1 second, way too good. uh Pretty sure this will be like taking a lot of time, right? Now imagine that you have to set up, I mean, why this matters. Now imagine that you have to set up, you join some sort of like a company, right? And you have a project. Now that project will be like, say, legacy project of 5 years long, right? The problem with that is that it has a lot of installed packages. The setup itself takes at least a day or two, which is a wasted time in my opinion. The first thing that you will actually be setting up is your entire Mac OS or Linux or Windows, right? So that setup is separate in it itself. But once you do that, say 4 hours, 5 hours after, and you have configured everything to your liking in your new laptop for your work, then you come to the problem of setting up things using based on the project. And there's a lot of problems that arise there. In my job, I actually come to certain, like, there are times where the change in Node.js versions typically breaks the entire like installation in itself. Okay, thanks Sridhar. And the reason why is because let's say you are using Node.js 10 and then Node.js 12, right? That's why Node package manager is there. And if you're using that and you are on the latest version and you install certain things, first of all, there's a dependency, peer dependency, and all of that crap that happens, but it just does not work sometimes, right? And so what ends up happening is that we have to delete the node modules, we have to revert back all the node package managers, like node versions, and then we have to install things. Sometimes even yarn has to be the same. And the best thing that eventually that ends up happening is that we all have like all the members of my team actually have this yarn.log file save, right, which always work. And we always put that file, like anything any in any system, if it breaks, put the working yarn.log file and reinstall the entire thing. That's what we actually do. Now all of this is quite painful. Second pain point is the common JS way of importing or requiring packages, and the ES module way of requiring packages, right? Sometimes the packages are old way, set up the old way, like they never updated it because, well, and somehow we kind of like have to use it, right? Then it becomes a mismatch there as well. And there's a lot of configuration issues that comes up every time that we use this entire thing. I'll show you just one thing. Okay, it has happened. As you can see, this is like cool. This is way too cool, right? Yarn ran the slowest. NPM ran even faster than Yarn in this particular thing, which is good. Okay, so guess these two tests are done. And but I think I can just show you what I wanted to show. See, we have like here I cannot show you. Let's go to projects and Next.js. Okay, let's go to Next Store and see, there's this configuration file, right, which is a TS configuration file. We also have a bunch of configuration file which is not present here, but log files and all of that. There's also ES. I think if I do this, then you see there's a ignore file, there's this file, this ESLint file. Like JavaScript ecosystem is like, how to put it, we should not be having so much configuration files, let's be honest. And I'm not even using the test. You use that, there's more files. And pretty sure the same is true for if I would have been building these all things from scratch rather than using this Next.js. So I will have webpack file or parcel file and all of those things, which is bad in itself, right? So Okay, go back to benchmarks, and this time what I will do is again rmrf everything, rmrf bun, then yarn cache clean, then npm cache clean. Okay, now we are back to square one. So here's what I'll do: create what is the command? We can remove this installation, automatic installation. I'm pretty sure they provided a lot, no? It's not like they only had one way of doing installation. What happened? What happened to other steps like yarn with other things? This, right? Okay, let's see. What I simply want to do is, again, I forgot this. Okay. This is one. uh sorry, sorry. So go here, benchmarks, and this time I'll say yarn create next app at the rate latest. Okay, yes, cool. Then I'll go one more time here, open it, benchmarks, clear this. This time it will be create next. By the way, if you haven't watched my Astro videos, you can just go and watch if you want. This is another for pnpm. This is an alias for pnpm for me. And finally I will do, let's say, how the bun does the things. I have completely forgot. Bunjs next.js. Okay, this is it. And here we go. So what I should also be doing, perhaps, I don't know, time. I don't think it will be like mattering because I am not using. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Next.js installation flags. Feature flag, not this. CLI. Okay. I want to use the Next.js install. Next.js install. This is okay. There they have it. This yarn. Okay, I don't have to write latest. I mean, here I have to write latest. Here I don't have to write latest. Okay, I'll just clear it out and then write this again. I don't have to write latest here either. Same goes here. Okay, then what if I want to like non-interactive? You can also pass command line arguments to set up the new projects. So no ESLint. For example, you can negate default options by prefixing them with. Okay, so let's see. I want first of all TS. Then I want ESLint. Then I want Tailwind, right? Is that how we do it? Yeah, Tailwind. Then I want app for sure, right? Then I want import alias. Yeah, I don't think import alias is that much necessary, but this much is going to be fine, right? TSLint, ESLint, TS, ESLint, Tailwind, app. What more? There was one thing called SRC directory. uh CLI to this. Yeah, this is fine. I should just be copying this and paste it here, right? Same goes here, same goes here. Okay, I'll start with this and we'll just simply do the whole thing. And most likely now I can do this timing, pretty sure. While this is happening, yeah, while this is happening, you know what? Let's do this again, and this time I have to write next npm. Okay, here I will write next yarn. Cool. And time, let's go here and write next npm. And time, if I'm remembering right, this is exactly how you do it. Bun, and we will also make time. Okay, go back, run. God damn it, what is this anyways? src. Hopefully this is fine, unless I'm just messing here. Like if I'm not providing anything now, then don't do it. Assume it is to be like no by default. But then they cannot do the interactive thing. What is this, yaar? What is the src? Src directory. dir. They have to make it Windows 1. dir. 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 By the way, if you don't know what I'm talking about, this is command prompt. This is di, not here. Can I go to desktop? No. What I'll do is I'll make a directory, say home s, go inside home s, and then make another directory, say s. This is going to be cls, and dir. This is dir directory. Okay, I'll run this. Come on. Seriously. Hopefully now it works. Like, right. This is the beauty and horror of live streaming. You make a lot of mistakes. This is, everything is like shut off if you record it, and you can just edit it out. Cool. This is yarn. This is pnpm. Yeah, and this is bun. This is happening. This is yarn happening. This is pnpm happening. This is bun happening. Let's see who wins. So bun is already done. pnpm is done in 27.1 seconds. Here it says 3.17 seconds, 16 seconds. System, it's user this much, and this is this, right? 3.16 seconds. Here it says 20.85 seconds, user this and this. Yarn is still ongoing. Wow, yarn is slower than the latest npm, which is 27 point something seconds. User this, system this, uh this much seconds in user, this much seconds in this, CPU is total this. So yeah, done in 60.29 seconds. Okay, this is 44 seconds, 1 minute, 44 seconds, 27 seconds. This was done in, they don't add it, what? Yeah, here it is, 16 seconds. So 16 seconds, 27 seconds, then you have 44 seconds, and then you have this, right? Now let all the cache remain, and I'll simply do next dash. Yeah, let's all the cache be there, the global caches, and I'll simply rerun the everything. Okay, and this is happening through, okay, not this, this. Okay, this is npx. While that is happening, I'll go and do the yarn one. While that is happening, I'll go and do the pnpm one. And while that is happening, I'll go and do the bunx one. Wow, 394 milliseconds. I mean, the moment I press it just happened, right? Does it even work? I mean, okay, let's see. Okay, bun dev, does it work? Don't tell me it works. I mean, it works. It works. And this happened within, like, boy, 400, let's say 400 milliseconds. Then after that, it's 6 seconds with pnpm. So 400, then 6 seconds. So that means, and then this is 11 seconds, and then this is 10 seconds. So the order is basically bun, pnpm, and mind you, bun is actually installing the node. And the way I can say that is, like, if I go and do du sh of next bun, okay, I cannot do this, du sh of next bun, this is 440 459 megabyte. Du sh of next npm, npm is less, pnpm should be more less, and yarn should be equivalent to npm. Okay, see, so even though it is installing everything in local, like next, I mean, like npm, rather than having the symlinks like pnpm, let's say, most likely this is it. I think I should be doing the node modules, and yeah, it is the same. So yes, the size here is still greater than pnpm. And let's say you have a lot of packages, right? um like, for instance, if I go inside my store ibc, and here if I go inside this front end, and then I say du sh node modules, it's 474 megabyte, right? uh yes. Okay, so let's rf node modules, then rm this bun lock, then rm this pnpm, rm this yarn, and rm this package lock. Okay, now I will do pnpm install. Yeah, it is depreciated. See, everything is depreciated. It's way too old. And by the way, it doesn't even work this entire project, because I built the backend on Heroku and Heroku just pulled off that free tier. So I never updated anything, right? I just let it be. A lot of missing. But now let's see. This is 422 megabyte of node modules. If I remove this again and I remove this, now if I do the bun install, that was done in 22.1 seconds. Let's see how much seconds it takes. It takes 7.92 seconds here, and still, I mean, not this, dush is 380 megabyte. It is less. Yes, it is less, and that's good. There's also no such thing as unmet dependency here. I mean, the warning is not there. I don't know whether it is there or not, right? At least the warning is not there. C++ on top. What does that mean? I mean, I think they are using, what does that mean? Can I mention him? Yeah, I can. So, I mean, they are using Zig, right? Not this, C++. I mean, my first language was C++ back in 11th and 12th, which was basically writing C in C++. In Turbo, there was something called Turbo. I don't know if people know that. Turbo C. Here it is. Turbo C. Borland Turbo C. Yes, this is it. This was where I used to write my first programming language, C++, back in school. Then in college, it became C. And also they used to have this same thing. So what I did was basically I first installed the Ubuntu, talked with an HOD and first tried to install the Ubuntu. That was done. Ubuntu version 14 was the thing that I installed back then because of the system limitations, but it used to work very easily. And there, the first IDE that I used the first time was something called Code Blocks. This was 2014 to 2018, Code Blocks, right? And then there was something called CodeLite. Here it is. This was quite good. I mean, for C++, it was clean, it was to the point, and I don't have to worry about anything, right? So this was good. Then there was something called, I mean, I never was able to buy it because, I mean, I'm in India, the cost is too much. It's called C-Line, which is best. What I did was tried their like download. Now I can actually afford it. So I have this entire thing with me. The JetBrains toolbox and everything is with me, right? Back then it was not possible. And this also like is a lot, by the way, in case people don't know. If you go here now, I'm just digressing completely, but if you go here, basically you can try this if you want. Not they are not paying me anything because they hardly do. One thing is, where it is, where's the tooling? Yeah, toolbox app, right? No, I think it has some sort of like a license scenario. Like I want everything. Where's the license? Okay, let's say pricing. For organization, no. For individual use, if you buy all products page, it is costing you this much right now in the first year, and including VAT, it is this. Okay, let's just copy and search this. See, this, my first salary was back in 2019 for a month, 6,000 rupees in dollars. You can just say Now I don't know where this video is going, but here it is. This was my monthly salary, 600 rupees per month. That means if I have to buy it, I have to save complete every single penny, every single rupee for at least 5 months. Not possible. Didn't do it. Then it became 10,000 again for 3 months. No way I'm buying this. And thankfully, and then later it became 14,000 again. Not buying this, even though it is 2 months. Now it is way much, right? I mean, I can afford it in just 1 month salary and still able to invest and live with the rent and all of that. Thing is, I will not be able to buy any of that, right? Unless right now, there's no way, right? It's too much. Thankfully, VS Code came and I no longer had to, worry about and I shipped the jump to JS land. So there's that. Again, don't know why I went there, but yeah, there it is. Cool. So I guess this video is over and that should be it for today. Tomorrow I will just go and start doing this. I want to do this, but if there's any other like problems in there are people who are here, so I'm not able to do all sort of like things, but I want to start like go back there. And there's also one thing that I just came around. It is feathers.js. Yeah, this, I don't know whether it's like, yeah, it is, they are updating it. It is something that I worked a long time back, but yes, here it is. Cool. Anyways, so that's about it. And for today, see you tomorrow or maybe when I'm free. Most likely by next week will be completely free and it will become a regular thing once more. Cool. Okay, bye.